Hare Krishna, welcome back to our Swadhyaya Online Reading Retreat Labs presents Power of SAP, the Gateway to Spirituality program. In this program, we have been reading the Gita Daily and Srimad-Bhagavatam on a daily basis. And these are all in my YouTube playlist. In case you missed out, you can always look into the earlier session. So Gita Daily, we are reading at evening 8:30 p.m. IST and Srimad-Bhagavatam at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. IST. These are mostly pre-recorded, and I schedule this in those timing, right? So you can also find them very useful, and at the same time also read the physical copy and the digital copy, make notes, make a lot of notes, and then post your questions. So now, without any further ado, let's start with chapter number 15, verse number 7. So let me go to the Bhagavad Gita Vedant Bhakti Vedanta Vedavis. So let me go to the chapter number 15. Chapter number 15 is the Yoga of the Supreme Person. So in the chapter number 15, we do have this verse is 15.07. So we'll read that 15.07. 15.07, that is a little long verse. So we'll be reading only the translations today. This is a task for you to read the entire translation purport of this verse. So we're reading only the translation today. Translation. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Going back to the Gita for Daily Enrichment series, 15.07, the first one, change not just the state of mind, but also the state of being. This is the topic. Many popular self-help books claim that we will become happy if we just change our state of mind from negative to positive. Is this true? Certainly, changing a habitually pessimistic attitude to a consciously optimistic attitude can help us feel better. But will it change the reality that all of us have to grow old, get diseased, and die? Will it change the miserable nature of material existence where we frequently don't get what we want and regularly get what we don't want? Will it change the fact that all material pleasures are short-lived and so cannot satisfy our longing for constant happiness? An honest answer to these questions has to be in the negative, as even a little contemplation on our own experience of material life will confirm. The Bhagavad Gita 15.07 indicates that both the sensual and the mental levels are the sources of sufferings for the soul, whose original being or existence is beyond both these levels. At that trans-sensual, trans-mental, spiritual level of being, the soul delights in eternal loving relationship with Krishna, the source of supreme happiness. We cannot return to the spiritual level of being merely by seeing the positive side of life while continuing to live materialistically. Instead, we need to follow the twofold path outlined by the Gita 13.10 to 11. First, leave the material level of being by becoming equipoised towards both the materially positive and the materially negative. Second, transfer ourselves to the spiritual level of being by making Krishna the goal of our life and cultivating a lifestyle and a social circle that furthers this goal. Only when we spiritualize our values and purposes of for living and thus change our state of being to spiritual will our longing for lasting happiness be factually and eternally fulfilled. We'll read the translation once again. Verse number 7, chapter number 15. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. So moving to the same verse, another topic. So first one we have done, change not only the state of mind, but also the state of being. So in the same context, same verse, we have another theme or topic. The second one, might we ourselves be the aliens? The possibility of aliens coming to the earth fascinates the contemporary imagination. Can we encounter life forms from other parts of the cosmos? Science fiction regularly glamorizes this possibility, whereas science normally dismisses it. Gita wisdom offers us an unexpected thought perspective. It acknowledges the existence of extraterrestrial life forms, but when then reverses our alien finder scope by raising the question, might we ourselves be the aliens here? This question might seem outlandish because we are accustomed to think of ourselves as our material bodies. whose entire existence is wedded to the earth. We tend to presume we belong to the earth, or more precisely, or the earth belongs to us. However, is the presumption really justified? Life on earth is the only life that most of us remember or conceive. Nonetheless, isn't life on earth radically at odds with life as we would like it to be? We want to live forever, yet life on earth doesn't allow us to live forever. We want to be constantly happy, yet life on earth makes us only occasionally happy and instead makes us frequently miserable. The drastic difference between our lofty expectation of life and its sordid materialization on earth is undeniable. When we stop denying the undeniable, then we see the truth of the Gita assertion that the earth is alien to us and we are aliens on the earth. The Bhagavad Gita 15.07 indicates that we are souls, spiritual parts of Krishna. We belong, originate to his eternal ecstatic abode, but are presently struggling under the shackles of the mind and senses. Once we recognize the alienness of earth, we can become one-pointed in expediting our stay here and striving to return where we belong and thereby reclaim the life of which we belong. Again, we'll read the translations. So the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to a conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. So we have another perspective here, 15.07. So this is the second one. Third one goes like this. The last ditch attack of the false ego. The notion that we are ourselves God is the false ego's ultimate weapon. The false ego is the subtlest of all the subtle metal elements. Its foundational weapon is the illusion that makes us spirit souls misidentify with our metal bodies, releasing us from the deceptive grip of the false ego and restoring us to the dignity of our true ego. As the beloved children of Krishna, this is the essential purpose of spirituality. All our philosophical analysis and all our devotional practices are meant to conquer the false ego and enthrone Krishna as the Lord of our heart. That's why if you start seeking authentic spirituality, the false ego makes a last-ditch effort to maintain its grip on us by putting on a spiritual masquerade, false pretense. It tempts us with the ultimate hallucination, the supreme megalomania. You yourself are God. Many intellectual seekers succumb to this ruse, and soon they become converted into mouthpieces of the false ego. These misguided spiritualists use all their intellectual brilliance to misinterpret scripture and misuse logic for marketing an anti-scriptural and illogical claim that we are God. The Bhagavad Gita 15.07 declares unequivocally that we are eternally the parts of God, never God, as is the overall scripture conclusion. Further, logic exposes the patent absurdity of this God claim. How can God come under illusion? That would make illusion greater than God. And that contradicts the very definition of God as a supreme being. When we encounter this absurd claim, we need to be penetrating through enough to see through its spiritual masquerade and vigorous enough to expose it for what it is, the ultimate egocentric hallucination. Again, we read the translation. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they're struggling very hard with six senses, which include the mind. So with this, we'll be updating this also the green as we complete this particular verse. We will be continuing in the next session with 15.10. Till then, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.